Once upon a time, in a world just beginning, there lived the very first family on earth. Adam and Eve, the first man and woman, were blessed with two sons, Cain and Abel. Cain, the elder, was a strong and hard-working farmer, while Abel, the younger, was gentle and kind, tending to the sheep and animals. One day, Cain and Abel, two brothers from ancient times, decided they wanted to give gifts to God. They felt a deep sense of gratitude and wanted to express their thanks in a meaningful way. Each brother loved his work, and they were grateful for the blessings they received. To show their thanks, they brought offerings to God. Cain brought some of the crops he had grown, and Abel brought the best and fattest of his sheep, the firstborn of his flock. It was the best lamb he had, the pride of his flock. Abel knew that this lamb, which he had nurtured and loved, would make a wonderful gift for God. God was pleased with Abel's offering because it was given with a pure heart and great love. But when he looked at Cain's offering, he was not as pleased. This made Cain very angry and upset. God saw Cain's feelings and spoke to him gently. "Why are you so angry, Cain? If you do what is right, won't you be accepted too? But be careful, because sin is lurking at your door waiting to strike. You must be strong and choose to do what is right." But Cain didn't listen to God's warning. His anger grew, and one day he said to Abel, "Let's go out to the field." Abel, trusting his brother, went along, but in a moment of terrible rage, Cain did something very wrong. He hurt his brother, and Abel died. The world seemed to change for Cain. The warmth of the sun felt colder, and the fields he once loved seemed barren. Then God called out to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain tried to hide what he had done. He replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God knew everything and said, "What have you done, Cain? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Because of this, the ground will no longer grow crops for you. You will wander the earth, never finding a true home." Cain was terrified and cried out, "My punishment is more than I can bear. I will be a wanderer, and anyone who finds me might try to harm me." But God, always merciful, placed a special mark on Cain to protect him. God said, "If anyone harms Cain, they will be punished 7 times over." So Cain left his home and wandered to a distant land. Over time, Cain's family grew, and they built cities. But the story of Cain and Abel was always remembered, a story about the importance of making good choices and listening to God's guidance. Years later, Adam and Eve had another son named Seth. Seth grew up to be a good man, and from his family, people began to worship God with pure hearts once again. And so, dear children, the story of Cain and Abel teaches us a very important lesson. Anger and jealousy can lead to great sorrow, but kindness, love, and listening to God can bring peace and joy. Always remember to make good choices, be kind to others, and keep love in your heart. And so, dear children, the story of Cain and Abel teaches us a very important lesson. Anger and jealousy can lead to great sorrow, but kindness, love, and listening to God can bring peace and joy. Always remember to make good choices, be kind to others, and keep love in your heart. Good night, beautiful children. May your dreams be filled with light and love, sweet dreams, and sleep peacefully under God's care.